Hey my lovelies, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Welcome to your daily reading. This is going to be for Monday, June 17th. Happy full moon. This full moon is going to be in Sagittarius. We really don't have too many aspects other than the full moon. We have the full moon going on, and then we also have the moon in a trine to Uranus. I couldn't be more thankful for this trine, by the way. But let's talk about this full moon first. So every full moon is a moon in an opposition to the sun. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if this is just because I'm a Cancer and I don't know. I'm feeling a certain way tonight, and I feel like I'm going to talk about this full moon a little more than we need to, but we're just going to dive into it. So thank you for indulging me, my friends. First and foremost, this full moon being in Sagittarius, super positive. And again, I would say definitely check where Sagittarius is in your chart. That's probably where you're going to feel this the most. And it's funny, the stuff I want to talk about really doesn't have to do with the placement of the moon. It's kind of like everything going on around this moon. But the moon itself, obviously full moons are always about things that need to be acknowledged or ended or changed. Something that needs to be shifted or released. Here with the moon being in Sagittarius, this could do with faith. This could do with some type of knowledge or some new, form of enlightenment or understanding that comes to us, whether it's from another person or you have your own kind of internal revelation. There's some type of new understanding that comes to us. And again, check where Sag is in your natal chart. That's usually where that's where this kind of, light bulb is going to flick on. What I'm kind of most excited about with this particular full moon, like I was saying, it's like all these things are going on around with it. So my cardinal signs out there, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Libra, you guys are going to be feeling this moon the most because these are the signs that are being triggered. Not only do we have the sun and moon in an opposition, we also have kind of extra bonus planets in these two signs as well. When I say two signs, I'm talking about Cancer and Capricorn. Because they sit across from each other, right? So this full moon is happening Sag, but there's all these things going on in Cancer and Capricorn. So especially for my Cancer and Capricorn people out there, you may definitely be feeling at oppositions, not necessarily with each other, but you could just be feeling at odds with everybody else. So speaking as a Cancer myself, something that some of my other Cancers out there you could be dealing with, people just seem really stuck in the past or really inflexible. Saturn is over there in Capricorn triggering that behavior, not just in, Capricorns, but just, in everyone we're dealing with. And at the same time, Mercury is over in our side. Mars is also in our sign. So Mars definitely making us a little more prone to pop off. So we have these people who are frustrating us and not being flexible and not willing to see our point of view or not willing to listen to what we have to say. We're over here with all this extra fire from Mars that already doesn't sit very comfortably with us. So that alone can be frustrating and irritating and aggravating. Plus you're getting triggered by this Capricorn. Then you have Mercury in there that's trying to get something across and trying to communicate something. So it's kind of like this perfect storm. So there's a lot of oppositions going on that are just making things feel stressful. Biggest thing for any of my cardinal signs, like I'm talking about Cancer and Capricorn the most, but literally any of the cardinal signs, if you're going through things like that, or if people are just, your fuse is about this short, count to 3. Actually, you're probably going to need to count to 10. Like you're going to need a few more seconds. Just know that it's just the energy that we're dealing with. We need to learn how to control it before we say something we're going to regret. Especially my Cancers. Since Mercury is in your sign, you may be the one that needs to come with a solution. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you have to go up and apologize. It may not necessarily be 100% your fault. But because Mercury is in your sign, you may be the person that has the ability to break down the barrier and open up that communication, and just get that dialogue running again. Otherwise, you're just going to be stuck in the silent treatment, fighting and angry, and it's not a thing. So there's a lot of push and pull going on right now with this moon. This moon also being in a trine to Uranus, going to be great to shake some things up. So if there is something that needs to be addressed or something that needs to be changed, this trine with Uranus is going to be there to help you think differently, to help you break the status quo, to change some restrictions. It's going to be a very, very beautiful thing. Maybe a little stressful. And again, full moon is affecting our moon, so this definitely can feel emotional. Don't ask me why. I've been sitting here, ever since work, sitting on the sofa, just thinking about faith and humanity versus divinity. It's I don't know where my head, where my heart, where my soul is. Just all the things are happening. So, there it is. So, could be an interesting energy, probably going to last, the full moon energy will last for 2 weeks. As we're still reeling from, the new moon energy, which is also going to go for another 2 weeks. We're going to get that for a month. We are also moving into eclipse season. Our next new moon will be in a lunar eclipse in Cancer. So, Cancers, lots of stuff coming up for us. Just so you know. All right. I think that's everything I want to talk about. But it's just interesting energies going on. Stay grounded, stay sane. You may be prone to go off on someone. Try your best to keep your cool. Like I was saying, count to 10. Count to 10. If you're still fuming, go take a walk outside. I don't know what to tell you. It's just a weird kind of moment. And honestly, a lot of this is probably going to be bringing up stuff for you. And maybe highlighting ways that others are interacting with you. We're going to take it. I don't know why the deck cut itself, but there we go. What was I saying? Totally got me sidetracked. Yes. A lot of times, even though things are frustrating us, the whole point of that, maybe to get you to pay attention to something, maybe to bring your awareness to something that needs to be fixed, addressed, changed, could totally be a thing, all right? So, of course, we're talking about the full moon, so I have our Moonology Oracle out. I don't know, is that one card the only thing you want to show us? Yeah. So Cancers, I talked about Mercury in your sign. New moon in Gemini, communication is key. So yes, if you are getting into fights, if you are getting flustered with things, you need to try and keep that communication open, whether it's you and another person, whether it even may possibly be an internal dialogue. Why am I feeling this way? What's the source of this? What can I do about it? What needs to be changed? What needs to be addressed? This could be an internal conversation just as easily as it could be an external one. And then we have the full moon eclipse. Beautiful. So the eclipse coming up in Cancer is going to be on the new moon, so not the exact same energy. But again, full moon's all about endings, all about completions. Here it's almost getting super boosted because of the eclipse. So some of you may be seeing completions and endings and culminations of situations, happening, if not today, definitely surrounding this full moon. So you could be coming up on some major wrap-ups possibly for some of you out there. Sorry, I'm so in my feels right now. So if I sound kind of out of it, I don't know. This moon is going to be very, very interesting. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know about this full moon? Ooh, okay, all right. Okay. So, 5 of Cups in reverse. Not a bad card to get. Interesting. We also have the Emperor card in reverse. So it could be speaking to some of my Aries out there. And then we have Temperance upright. Temperance, the card for Sagittarius. Bottom of the deck, the World card. That completion we were talking about. So, Definitely could be healing from some emotional stuff. A lot of times the Five of Cups in reverse is mourning, loss, sadness, deep sadness, like literally feeling you've lost something so precious, so important. You know, and just not being able to function, just so busy crying and feeling bad, you know. And then even this Emperor in reverse, out of control. I almost want to say it's like hurt people. Like this is a hurt, damaged person wielding power in a destructive way. You're not in control of your senses here. You're not in control of your emotional space, or maybe you're not in control because of your emotional space. Here with Temperance, this is healing. This is divine timing. I almost want to say, for those of you who are feeling, you know, lost, frustrated, things aren't moving fast enough, you know, that thing you've been manifesting that hasn't come up yet, you know, that grief making you react in a certain way, behave in a certain way that's not conducive, not helpful, not supportive, doesn't feel right. That time is coming to an end. This full moon maybe allows you to release some of that. Or maybe, like I was saying, the culmination of this journey is at hand. That's a little too much. I don't want to take those. Less card spirit. Alright. So Star card. Star card was in that bunch that fell on the table, actually. So Star card was like, no, I'm coming. So be hopeful, be optimistic. I wonder if some of you didn't like me calling out this time period. Some of you probably can relate very heavily to that. Remain hopeful. Remain hopeful. Don't lose faith. Sagittarius governs the 9th house, higher learning, faith, spirituality, religion. Does include travel, but here definitely talking about faith. Oh, we got 2. Oh, look at that. World card is back with the Hermit in reverse. Look how many majors we're getting. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands. Talking about that fulfillment, that wish fulfillment coming in. Okay, for some reason I don't want to flip those over yet. So, let's talk about these guys first. So this Hermit is a card for Virgo. Oh, I don't know why that slipped out. But this Hermit card and the World card in reverse. I almost think some of you may be having a hard time with your faith. I don't think you've abandoned it. I don't think you've lost it. I don't think you've forsaken it. Obviously not, because you're here watching this video. But I do think you're getting... I even hesitate to say it's wavering, but I almost want to say you're like getting to that point. You're getting to that point where it's... I've been working on this so long. I've been getting messages that it's coming. It's coming. I've been seeing signs. I've been getting the guidance. Where the F is it? Now I'm getting angry. Now I'm getting frustrated. Now I'm losing faith. Now I'm ready to turn away. And even here, I'm here to help. Stay faithful. And it's like all of this energy is like, I have been, and nothing has happened. Like, what is up? What is up? Then we have this Devil card. Again, almost like the devil trying to pull you away. Like, it's always like when you're feeling this way, this is the easiest time to break you. So here's the devil coming in to be like, oh, are you losing faith? Let me destroy what's left of it. Knight of Swords upright, and then the 8 of Pentacles. I love this. The fact that these came face down while the devil was face up, I do feel these are like opposing energies, like they are on the flip side of possibly the same coin. I almost wonder if this is what the devil is trying to keep you from seeing. seeing that you have been doing the work, and your work is getting you to where you need to be. Your work is guiding you. Your work, it's like you have the foresight. You've known all along what you needed to work on, what needed to be done, the tasks that need to be taken, and you have been doing exactly that. Is it taking longer than you wanted? For sure. But you've been doing exactly what you were meant to do. And now that you're getting frustrated by it, and now that this moon is bringing up all these emotional things, and now you're feeling at odds with people, and it's being hard to connect, people are feeling stubborn, people are feeling resistant, now that everything is kind of making things a little more agitated, that's when this energy likes to slip in and be like, hey, yeah, no, that's not working. You should come follow my side. No, don't listen to that. No, be angry. Go yell at someone. There's an enemy there. Go yell at that person. When that's not really the enemy, and there probably isn't really one to begin with. So let's go bottom deck for a little bit. So we have the three of Wands. We talked about that. Waiting for these ships to come in. Four of Swords, needing rest, recovery. Page of Cups, something returning from the past. Judgment card, that divine calling. This could even be Archangel Michael from that new moon we had with Aldebaran, cutting those cords, setting you free. Contentment, and then there's your release with the Tower card. This is so funny, I pulled the Tower card out, the hand with the deck instantly felt lighter. Like significantly lighter. This Tower card, I think, is coming for a lot of us. And I think we were talking about the Tower card not too long ago. If it wasn't in a daily, it was in one of the signs, possibly even Capricorn. I could be making that up. I'm thinking it was a daily though. This doesn't, it's definitely destructive, but it doesn't feel as like painful as the Tower card can be. And I say that because it's coming right after finding divine purpose and emotional contentment. So here you realize you have everything you need. So there's no reason to fear this Tower. But the whole time you've known this Tower moment needed to happen. But with the Four of Swords coming up and the Nine of Cups, it's almost like you've done the prep work. You know why this needs to happen. You know it's going to happen. You know it should happen, and you're prepared for it. You're like, everything that I find valuable and find important is safe and no longer in this Tower. This Tower is a false. It's fake. This isn't my home. If it crumbles, fine. There is nothing of value here. Like, before it happens, you're already at that understanding. You've already been called in another direction. So when this Tower moment happens, it really has no power over you. I think by the time that's there, it's like, meh, whatever. Go ahead, burn it down. You need another match? I got some. So this actually looks really, really positive. This is kind of the path we're all kind of on and kind of heading, being the bottom of the deck. But our immediate energies really are kind of playing with, oh my god, I didn't even notice this. Look, it's like the Angel of Patience and the Devil card landed right on top of each other. But look who's on top. Look who's on top. So yes, the next couple days could be, and honestly, for those of you who are really feeling it, you've probably felt it maybe for 2 days already. But those of you feeling frustrated, those of you who everyone seems to be pushing your buttons, and again, like your fuse is like this big. I get it, it's rough, it's difficult. You may be thinking about things that you don't normally think about, being set off by things that normally don't set you off. Part of that is just because it is so darn close. This breakthrough is so darn close. And again, that's always when the energy picks up. This communication, for the most part, I think is going to be internal. It's really balancing out, these things within yourself. But some of you, it may be taking a partner and talking about things and sharing things with someone you trust for sure. I wouldn't share this with many. You're sharing this with few if you are going to share it. But I do think it's more of an internal thing. and reconciling, possible disappointments for it taking so long, but knowing that you've been doing the work and know that you're getting closer. And this isn't the moment to lose faith. Because if you lose faith, then you forget that you've been doing all the right work, and then he wins. Whereas if you can trust in yourself and believe that you have been doing the right thing, then he loses, then he fades out. It's almost like you can't see both of these at the same time. They're literally back to back. So you're either accepting the vision and knowing you've done the work, or you're falling victim to this devil energy. This could even just be an indicator of Saturn over in Capricorn that's just making things feel restrictive and hard and stubborn and inflexible. Hard energy to deal with. Heavy energy to deal with too. But you will make through it. All things pass, alright? I'm going to wrap it up here. Sending you guys my best wishes. Definitely, if you have the opportunity, do some type of cleansing ritual for this full moon if it's feeling really heavy on you. Because it's going to be a doozy, let me tell you. Alright, my dears. I love you so much. Wishing you the best. Happy full moon again. I hope you enjoyed tonight. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. It's only Monday. Got a lot of week ahead of us. We're going to make it. As always, thank you so much for supporting me on my channel. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up as always, and make sure you're subscribed. I did not get a chance to film the last 3 love predictions. It's just came home and was just in a funk. I'm going to do my best to do them tomorrow and have them uploaded tomorrow night before I go to bed. That should totally be a possibility. I'll probably do them earlier because I'm probably going to try and get to the beach for this full moon. But we'll see. We'll see how everything pans out. I have the best of intentions. Fingers crossed. But yeah. So definitely subscribe to be notified when those come up. I promise they will be up sooner than later. And as always, wishing you the best. Feel free to connect with me and reach out to me. Comments down below, Instagram over at The Guiding Chariot, and if you want to book a private session, all that info will be in the description box. Love you guys. Oh my god. It was just 2222 on my little recording timer. Thank you, angels. Alright, let those angels guide you. I love you. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.